Sojourns. Let's journey into sewing. Hi everybody, my name is Chris and this is Sojourns, where we journey into sewing. It's nice to have you back in the sewing room again, and if you're new to Sojourns, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Now let's get into what I have for you today. Today I have a new pattern by my favorite sewing company, Itch to Stitch. Itch to Stitch has just come out with the Nusla pants. It's a jogger, but I call it a modern fit on a jogger. And as you look at the line drawing here, you'll see that it's not just a jogger. I've sewn up the version that is the long pants with a split hem. This is an elevated jogger. It's a modern take on a jogger. You can choose from the traditional jogger look with the cuffs at the bottom, or you can choose the Capri length with the cuff. There are pockets, slant pockets. There's an elastic waist with an optional drawstring, or you can choose, like I did, the full-length long pants with the split hem. These are more than a jogger. There's a lot of jogger patterns out there, but I love the fit of these. And this is a slim fit, but of course you can customize that. You can choose one size for your waist, another size for your hips and thighs or calves. I like a slim fitting pant. It seems to suit me the best, unless of course I'm going for that flowy palazzo pants that I often wear in summer. They come in the whole range of sizes, 0 to 40. And you do get the entire range when you purchase the pattern. Say that the pattern is on sale right now during the week for 20% off. And if you were here with me last week, I talked to you about the NAZRE jacket, and I have them behind me here. And I mentioned there'd be a companion piece coming out. These NUSLE Joggers are the companion piece to the NAZRE jacket. Of course, they all go separately, but they work together so beautifully. And I'm going to show you modeled pictures of the pants that I made and modeled pictures of them together as a set. So if you'd like to pick that up as well and make a set or not, they're both equally wonderful on their own. That is also in the description box. And I'll also link last week's video with my full review on the NAZRE jacket, so you can check that out too and see if that might work for you. So let me take you through the options for the NUSLE Joggers. Here I have the first pair that I made during testing, and I love these. They are for knit fabrics, 4-way stretch. You will need some horizontal stretch, of course, to go around the body, and you will need some vertical stretch, especially if you choose the jogger version with the cuffs. You'll need a little bit more vertical stretch. Here I have the long pants with the split hem. Slant pockets. They have an elastic waist. There is elastic inside of this. I've used grommets and a tie. That's optional. You can choose to make buttonholes if you want, or you can choose to eliminate that completely because there is elastic in here. I've made the tie in the matching fabric, which I think looks awesome. There are no pockets on the back. And I've chosen athletic brushed poly fabric. This is a gorgeous fabric. They feel so soft. They're brushed, so they feel really soft. Great to wear these pants, especially because they have great recovery. So sometimes with knit pants, they can get a little looser throughout the day if there's not enough recovery. So I would say choose your fabrics wisely that have good recovery. And this is a slim fitting pant, like I said. You may choose to go up a size if you're looking for that traditional jogger fit that's a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more comfy. You can do that. But if you choose how they are designed, you'll get a slim fit. I love the way these came out. And let me show you here on me. I love the fit. Let me show you the second pair that I made. This is the same athletic brushed fabric. I've chosen the same option, the long split hem. But look what I did with the pockets. This is the NAZRE jacket that I talked about last week. And these are the NUSLE Joggers that I said were the companion piece. So I took the same fabric that I used in the NAZRE jacket, and I just did the pocket, the accent with that fabric. So now when I wear this together, These pants have a little nod to the jacket, but it's not matchy-matchy. I mean, the rest of the pants are solid. And I can still wear these by themselves because it's just a little bit of white, a little bit of pink, a tiny bit of blue. I didn't want to do the band or anything else. I just think this little accent makes this set look awesome. Here it is modeled. And it just makes it different. Goes together so well, or it goes by itself, as you can see. I've also done the drawstring and the aglets on this pair, as well as that split hem. This split hem has a gorgeous mitered corner. That's one of the details that Itch to Stitch puts in all of their patterns. And you know, it's beautiful to have that mitered corner because it's just the professional finish that you want. And in our So You Can segment, I'm going to show you how to do a mitered corner that you can do on your pants, you can do on the vents, back vents of a skirt, a walking vent. So let's get into that right now, and I'll come back and show you both sets of the NAZRE jacket and the NUSLE Joggers on me, separate and together. So let's get into the So You Can segment now. Let's make a beautiful mitered corner for our split hem pants. So here I have, and this is just scrap fabric I'm working with, and I'm going to be using a contrasting thread when I actually sew it. But so far what I've done is I finished the edges of the front and back with my serger and all the way down. I've also done the same thing across the hem. And then I sewed with my sewing machine 3/8 of an inch seam, and you have this mark here on your pattern. There's a dot, and that's the dot, and you'll sew down that dot and stop and lock in your stitches. And then you press open your seams, and this is what you'll get. So we pressed open our seams, and you'll have a 1-inch seam here because this is the extension for the split hem. And now let's miter the corners. As you can see, I pressed a memory crease into the hem, so I turned up the hem, which is 1 inch, and I pressed a crease on both sides. And we're going to unfold that. Now we're going to mark for our miter. I like to work with tailor's chalk. We're going to be marking that corner right there. And when we do, we want to come across to the right side of the fabric. This is the wrong side of the fabric. This is the right side of the fabric. We're going to be marking a line across here and then here. And we want to come onto the right side right here a little bit because we'll need that mark here. So I'm going to make a mark here. And I've come onto the right side of the fabric. And I'm going to make a mark here, coming onto the right side of the fabric. And I've just done that in the hem allowance, in the seam allowance, right there. And then I'm going to unfold this hem again, and I'm going to mark right down this line as well. Okay. So now we are going to miter our corners. We're going to flip this to the right side and see these marks here, this mark and this mark. We are going to put those together, right sides together, and place a pin. And I'm going to pin it there. And then we have our, this should have come all the way down this line. That's the hem. And right here at that intersection of the hem all the way down, we're going to draw a straight line and we're going to sew on that line. So let me grab my straight edge, go from here to here. Now I'm going to take this over to the sewing machine and I'm going to just, with a straight stitch, stitch down that line. And then I'll be back and we'll see what we have. So here you can see that I stitched down that line, and I'm using contrasting thread so that you can see it. We are going to trim this extra, but as with carpenters, we always measure twice, cut once. So let's just hold on to this corner here and flip this around just to make sure that we've done it right. So when you flip it around, you will see that we have a We have a beautiful mitered corner. So we know we've done it right. Now we can trim that off. Always better to take the moment, double check your work before trimming anything off that you might regret. I'm going to trim that off at about 1/8 of an inch. You can disregard that. And now we're going to flip it back. Just get that. You won't see the stitches on yours because you'll be using matching thread. Let's flip it around and see what we have. There we go. This is the side we've done. We're going to give that a good press, but look at that beautiful mitered corner. It's really easy and it looks beautiful. So let's go ahead and do this side. And now what you're going to do is when you sew your hem, you're going to sew across right above where the split is. You're going to sew across here, come down. I always like to follow this line of my needle sewing. Come here, you'll go here, and you'll sew straight across your hem, going all the way around the leg, coming back here, sewing the hem all the way around. You're going to come back up to where you started, and you will have a beautiful hem. Let me show you what that looks like. Now, as you can see, I've used contrasting thread so that you can see it better on film. But all of this will blend in beautifully because you're going to use matching thread. But you turn it over. You have beautiful mitered corners. It looks beautiful when you wear it. If the wind catches it, it's the finishing touch. And of course, the tailor's chalk will brush right out. And here's that beautiful mitered corner on my finished pants. Well, there you have a mitered corner. I hope you enjoyed that and you'll be able to come back to it often, refer to it often, and just give your sewing that next level up. So I can't recommend these enough. If you like the jogger style, it's there for you. It's included. If you like the long split hem, without the grommets and the tie, these would make beautiful workplace pants. And depending on your fabric, definitely pants you can wear anywhere. So if you found this review helpful, I'd love it if you could like this video and share this video so people can see that I'm back and that I can share my love of sewing. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe down below, ring the bell. That way when I post new content, you'll get notification. You'll be able to see it right away. And try out the NUSLE Joggers. I'm thrilled with them. You know, pants aren't easy, fitting-wise. And when you get a company like Itch to Stitch that designs them so well, you're going to have success. The tutorial's brilliant, and all of the testers had a great time making them. We all made more than one pair. So the NUSLE Joggers, the NAZRE jacket, wear them separately, wear them together. Keep on watching for a few minutes as you see my sets together and the pants separately. And I hope to see you next time on Sojourns. Thanks, friends.